Hey everybody, my name is Casey and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be doing a speed build in front of my museum. I have some really fun ideas to decorate this area. So this is a transition area that is leading up to it, and we have the museum upgraded in its first stage from Blathers tent. So I don't have that much space to work with, but I'm really excited. So let's go ahead and get into the build, and I will kind of explain everything as I'm working on it and give you guys any tips or pointers along the way. So as you can see, I have my campsite right next to my museum, so I need to work on being able to separate the two areas while not having a lot of space in between them. So right now I am just trying to figure out what items to place behind there. I'm not sure if I like the phone box right there, to be honest. So I'm gonna just leave it there for a little bit and then test out some different pathing. It's really frustrating that I can't put the pathing right like up to the edge of the museum walkway. I don't know why that's a thing, but you know what, we're just gonna work with what we have. And so I didn't like that green path, so we're gonna try this brick one. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to stick with this pathing just because it is kind of too matchy with the color of the exterior of the museum. So I'm going to just leave it there and then try and work on this little side area right here. As you can tell, I have a lot of different color flowers, and I've been incorporating basically nearly every color flower on my island. It's been so fun to use so much color in my island, just seeing it evolve so much since the beginning of starting this island has been a really fun design process for me. But right now I'm trying to find a statue to place back here. I think it would look good if I could put I think it's the Valiant statue back here, just so it kind of sticks out a little bit. I don't think I have that in my inventory right now, so I'm gonna just go ahead and run back to my house, and with the power of editing, I have the Valiant statue right here. So I chose to use a Valiant statue because I think it's a perfect way to add some height into the background of this area. And then now what I'm gonna do is just kind of go in around this area and put down some filler codes, and then try and decorate some little seating areas as well. So I am going to let you all watch for a little bit, and I will stop back in once I finish up this area and kind of let you know what I'm thinking and what I will be working on next. I decided to come up on this cliff top and kind of readjust some of the waterscaping because I do want to have a lot of trees back here, but I also want to have a little waterfall that's leading down to that little tiny river that will be the main kind of, I don't know what the right phrase is. It's just kind of like the area that's separating the campsite and museum. So I'm just doing a little bit of cliff decorating up here, just to kind of give the area some interest. And I don't know why that butterfly model just like plopped on the side over there, but I meant to put it here. I also only have a cliff on this side of the museum, and I'm actually going to change that. At first I didn't have cliffs over on the left side of the museum because I wanted to leave some space over there, but I think it would just look better if it was surrounded in cliffs. So I'm going to just dig up these little stunted trees and extend this cliff over here. I really like to have my building surrounded by cliffs if possible because it gives me the opportunity to decorate the cliffs behind it, and I just feel like it gives the area a lot more depth and interest. So we're just going to go in and fill in these cliffs back here. So now that I have that cliffside all terraformed, I'm going to go ahead and lay down another Valiant statue just because I had one on the right side, so I figured I would throw one in on the left side for symmetry, and then I will go in and fill in the surrounding areas with some trees just to kind of give it some more depth. As I'm looking at this cedar tree, I don't really like how it looks, but I don't have another full-size hardwood tree, so I'm going to just plant this little medium hardwood tree, and then I will let it grow so it covers the Valiant statue a little bit more. And then also, if you didn't know, for an easy tip or an easy way to dig up a lot of trees at once is just eating a stack of turnips. It gives you like the fruit power, so you can dig up 10 at once instead of eating fruit piece by piece. So I hope that helps if you're moving a lot of trees or decorating a large area. That's just a little tip that I use all of the time. But I'm going to go ahead and finish decorating this front area a little bit more and pop back in a bit. So right here, I am going to try and work on the pathing that will be leading up to the museum. I'm testing out these gray kind of distressed planks. I really like how they look. And so now what I'm going to do is just plant some flowers to surround this tree right here. I think I've mentioned this before. I really like to have flowers in between my path. I just think that it's really nice to kind of break up the area. And then I'm testing out some planks right here. I don't really like the color of these, so I decided to not use them. And then now I'm going to go in and fill this area next to the museum with some more different colored flowers. I went in and got some more of those. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue and fill in the surrounding area with some more flowers. It just kind of helps me if I break it up, like when I'm doing a build. If I lay down some pathing and then fill in flowers, it helps me kind of figure out the layout that I want for this area as far as what kind of other custom designs I'm using, and it also helps me figure out how much space I will have in between the flowers and the custom codes for different items that I'm going to be using, like butterfly models or just little decorative items. And so now what I'm going to do is go ahead and use this floral pathing to kind of lead the way to the campsite and then the museum. So I am going to just go ahead and lay down this pathing, so I will let you all watch for a little bit and I will check back in after. Now that I have this main pathing done, I'm going to just go ahead and use some different filler codes and fill in some of the spaces around the pathing, and then I will place down some different items to decorate the area next to the pathing. I'm a really big fan of using this mum cushion a lot on my island. I just think it looks really cute and I think it fits in really well with my overall island theme. I decided that I wanted to use this pond code in front of the museum because I thought the blue color in the pond code would look nice next to kind of the brick path I have going on at the museum right now. It would add in some nice little touches of color, so I'm just going to fill in this area right here and then decorate it as if it were a little pond. So I am going to try using this little Karopi Pop snack that looks like a frog. I just think it's a little bit too small for this area, but I'm testing it out. I end up switching it for a decoy duck, and then I'm just using the grass standee to make it kind of look a bit more full. And then I'm trying out the hedge standee here. I don't really like it. It's a bit too big and it matches with the colors of the bushes. So I'm going to just put down another grass standee. And I think using the two different customizations of the standees look really nice together. So now I'm going to switch up the pathing right here, and I'm going to use a different sort of brick pathing in front of the museum. I think it will fit in the area a lot better and look a lot nicer. I'm trying to break up this brick pathing with some different flowers. With this certain brick pathing that I'm using, it's kind of hard to use a lot of it, so I have to be careful with how much I'm using. Luckily, the flowers are a really good way to break it up and make it look like it's not too much of the same pathing in one area. I do decide to try and use this kind of cobblestone pathing that will be leading up to this diagonal bridge for my campsite. I think using this pathing in moderation looks nice. I'm still kind of undecided on whether or not if I should keep it on my island just because it's a 9-tile path and I don't use it too often. So I'm going to leave it for now, but I may end up switching it out later. Also, if you all would like to see a speed build for my campsite, definitely let me know in the comments below. I would love to make one for you all. But right now, I am just going in and doing some more kind of little custom code decorating with the filler codes and then putting some items on top of it. I really like this circular pond code, so I just put that little goldfish on top. I thought it looked really cute. And then I do need to go ahead and fill in that area next to the Museum and Valiant statue with another tree. And then I'm just trying to get the pathing figured out for this area. I'm going to keep it with this brick pathing that I used in front of the museum. But like I had mentioned earlier, I just want to be sure that I'm breaking it up enough so it doesn't look too kind of like plain and like I have too much pathing all in the same area. Now what I'm doing, I am using this star clock, if I could just find it. I think it looks really cute. I also have some like dropped star fragments along my island in different areas. So I definitely want to try and incorporate the star clock as much as I can because I just think that it fits my island theme really well. And then I'm going to just finish decorating these small little areas that are next to the flowers and the pathing in front of my museum. So I will let you all watch me decorate for a little bit, and then I will pop back in when I am doing some of the final touches for this area. So I decided to use the same, or not the same brick pathing, it's similar to the one I have in front of the museum right here. I just thought it was a nice little touch for this area to kind of break up all of the different pathing that I have going on here, and then I'm just going to fill it in with some flowers. And so now what I have left to do is to go ahead and decorate the cliffs back here, and then we will finish up the video. So I really want to be able to fit a tree right here, but unfortunately I just don't have enough space, because I do eventually want to go ahead and put my house to this area on the left of this cliff. So I'm just trying to figure out where I can lay down this little circular code, and then once I get this code laid down, I'm gonna go ahead and lay down a mush parasol. I really like using that item because it's really tall, so it adds a lot of height to an area. And so I'm going to just plant a couple bushes as well right here, and then I will place down the mush parasol. As far as the cliff decorating for this build, by the end of it, I was just getting a bit kind of tired of decorating, so I'm just going to do a little bit more right here. I'm not going to do my usual full cliffside decorating. I did, after this build, go ahead and go in and fill this area with some flowers and some more items, but I think for now it looks good. I did time travel to the next day, and I just want to add in a couple more flowers and items to this cliff up here just to make it look a bit more full. And I really love using flowers, different trees. As you can see, I have the bamboo tree here and some different tree heights. If you didn't know, you can stunt trees by planting a fruit sapling behind them. So I will leave some of these trees stunted back here. And then I'm going to just go ahead and lay down a couple more filler coats for this area, just so it looks really nice and complete, although it's not fully complete. And then I did find a place for that little Croaky Pop snack. I love that little frog. It's really cute. And then I'm just going to fix this little waterscaping I have right here, and then I will take you all on the final walkthrough. Alright, so here we are. Of course, I always have to give a final walkthrough around 6 or 7 in the morning. I just think the game is so beautiful around that time, but I really enjoyed doing this build, and I really am liking having a fully upgraded, or not fully upgraded, I think this is the second museum upgrade, but still I really like having it upgraded on this island. I think the colors of the museum look really nice with my overall island theme. But I hope you all enjoyed this museum speed build, and if you would like to see more speed builds and one for my campsite, feel free to let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I release 2 to 3 videos every week, but other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!